Hi, Paddy Upton here, filming from a home in Cape Town on a cool autumn morning and on day 12 of the lockdown in South Africa. Today I'd like to discuss fear, not just for now, but as something that will come up throughout our lives. But at the moment, realistically, there's an unnecessarily high amount of fear both being experienced and spread, or the operative word being the amount of it is unnecessary. On fear, Marie Curie said, "Nothing in life is to be feared. It's only to be understood. And now is the time to understand more so that we can fear less." The same goes for fear itself. Understanding it is one of the first steps towards managing it rather than having it dictate to us. Now, this might ruffle some feathers, but there's actually no such thing as fear. It's just a concept in our minds, and it's a concept or experience that we create for ourselves. And once we do this, that fear contaminates our bodies and our lives, and we're actually not doing anybody any favors, particularly ourselves, by being fearful. If we were to take the cloak off fear and have it stand naked in front of us, what we would see is that fear rises when we are here now and our mind is in the future, worrying about things that we think might go wrong, or if our mind is grappling with fears of the unknown, like what happens with the dark when we fear what we think might be hidden behind it. When these three things happen, A, we are here, B, our mind is there in the future, C, worrying about things going wrong, a little part of our brain called the amygdala receives this communication about the pending threat and then triggers the body to release adrenaline and prepares us to fight, run away, or to freeze. Of course, none of these three things will work because there's no imminent threat sitting in front of us. There's no lion about to eat us or snake about to bite us. It is just our own thoughts about something that might possibly go wrong at some stage in the future. And it's in this way that fear itself is actually a lot worse than the thing we fear. And of course, what's making this much worse at the moment is that the media is currently feeding us a gluttony of fear. And the reality is fear sells because we buy it and we forward it way more so than what we do with good news. The media and their advertising partners know this, so they continue feeding us. And if you happen to believe there are larger forces at work driving their own agendas through this current global situation, you'll also know that their success relies heavily on the masses being fearful sheep. Let's keep our eyes wide open and our choices well informed. So if we create our own fear, we also have the power and the choice to stop doing this to ourselves. So how do we do it? Firstly, I've already spoken about consuming less media and strongly advise to stop reading and forwarding the doom and gloom fear-mongering posts. And maybe stop watching the numbers so closely, remembering that 650,000 people die each and every year from normal flu. And we certainly don't consume so much of our time monitoring these figures on a daily basis. Secondly, observe the amount of time you spend focused in the future, and especially worrying about the things that might go wrong or the unknown. Sure, look into the future, but only as long as is required to make plans for what lies ahead, both preparing for the potential problems as well as preparing for the opportunities and blessings that await. For one, Mother Nature, who sustains all of life, is currently dancing a jig of happiness and bliss, and we'll all get to benefit from this healthier planet. Thirdly, return your focus into the present moment. Be where you are here, now, today. Maybe you can consider being proactive in each of the 8 areas of your life that are discussed in previous videos. And if you're in isolation with other people, being on your phone is probably not being present. Fourthly, rather than looking only at problems, open your heart, your mind, and your eyes to the beauty, the gifts, the love, and support that is all around us. Actively engage in emotions and uplift, like gratitude, joy, peace, love, and whatever else realistically trumps fear. Just like is going to happen with Mother Nature, we will all stand to benefit from a better humanity that emerges from this period. Let's actively work to be part of that solution. And finally, it might well still happen that we slip back into momentary feelings of fear. This is a normal part of life. It happens to everybody. Let's not judge these as bad. Just Smile at your mind thinking fearful thoughts. You take yourself back to points 3 and 4 above. Become present and focus on uplifting yourself. Finally, we're all on this journey together. Let's not get stuck in these moments of fear. Let's help each other through them. And sure, they're not easy. They're difficult. But then again, life is never meant to be easy. But this period too, it will pass. And we'll all emerge to a place where we have an acceptance of what is, we'll be more proactive, and we'll find purpose both in our lives and in the current situation.